Hi, welcome to Open Door Yoga. My name is Michelle, and this class is part of my Recover and Restore yoga series. It's a great sequence to come back to if you've had a long day and need a little bit of something to help you reconnect with your breath, your mind, maybe even your physical body. It's also great if you're feeling like you're holding some stress or some tension in your neck, as a lot of our postures are going to focus on the neck, upper back, and shoulder area. You shouldn't need too many props for this class. We will be spending a lot of time in seated. So if you would like a lift to bring your hips up a little bit higher than your knees, consider grabbing any household blanket or towel, maybe even stack of blankets or towels, depending where your body's at today. We're gonna get started in seated. So grab your lift if you'd like one. And if you are using a lift, we'll bring it right under our sitting bones. Bringing your hips up a little bit higher than your knees is going to allow you to really release any tension in your legs. Allow your legs to hang heavy, especially if you're feeling really tight in your low back or outer hips. Bringing those hips up a little higher might feel good today. As you arrive, we'll cross our legs at our shins. So Sukhasana, easy seat pose. Once you find yourself getting settled, stack your shoulders over your hips and your ears over your shoulders. You can allow your gaze to close down completely, or maybe just lower it down towards the ground. Sometimes this helps to bring our awareness inward. And as we bring that awareness inward, let's bring our attention to our breath. We're not going to try to change anything about our breath pattern. So follow those natural inhales and exhales at the rate that feels most comfortable for you. I am going to invite you to share in a visualization of the breath. A lot of times when we think about our breath moving in our body, we think of like an accordion, our chest expanding on our inhales, and then that gentle collapse on our exhales. Instead, let's consider our breath more as a cycle. So see if you can imagine following your breath in through your nose and let it travel all the way down into your lungs, into your belly, all the way down to your pelvis. And then on your exhales, allow it to come back up your spinal column and back out through either your nose or your mouth. On your inhales, maybe notice parts of your body that your breath passes, where you're holding a little bit of extra tension. And on your exhales, as your breath moves back up, see if you can release or let go any of that tension with your breath. Just take a few more breath exchanges here to help us fully arrive at this practice, to help us begin to clear away some of the noise, the distractions, the busyness that our mind is feeling after a long day. On your next inhale, allow your gaze to blink open. Maybe just lift back up in line with your head, with your neck, with your nice tall spine. keep melting your shoulders down away from your ears. Full inhale here. And exhale, begin to draw your chin down to your chest. Now the tendency here is also to round through that upper back body. Try to keep your shoulder blades flat on your back body. On your inhales, maybe even try to bring your sternum or this breastbone up to meet your chin. Nice stretch in the back of the neck. On your next inhale, release and rise back up. Exhale, release your arms down by your side. And inhale, sweep them up and overhead. Maybe our palms touch in the middle. Exhale, draw your hands down through heart center, pausing at your heart space. The bottom of your breath, release them down. Inhale, rise back up. This time, let your gaze follow your hands. And exhale, come back down. Let's take a few more here. Inhale, sweeping those arms up and overhead. Shoulders still down away from your ears. Gaze lifted. And exhale, bringing that head back in a neutral alignment as you bring your hands to heart center. So we're just kind of waking up our shoulders, our neck, our upper back. Sticking with these circles or these cycles. Connecting our breath with the movements of our body. Release your hands back down to a comfortable spot on your thighs, on your legs. And take anything extra that feels good right now. So maybe it's some single shoulder rolls on either side. Now that we've started waking up that upper back area, notice what might need a little bit of extra support and love right now. On your next inhale, arms come back overhead. And exhale, plant your right hand, fold to the right. So both of our sitting bones are still grounded down evenly. If you notice that you're starting to rock on your right hip, no worries. Just press into that right palm to send your left hip back down. It may mean walking that right hand a little bit closer to your body. Inhale, rise on up. Keep that left arm extended. And exhale, twist to the right. Shoulders are still stacked over our hips. Twist is coming from our core. Inhale, unwind, come back to center. Take a full breath exchange back in our comfortable, easy pose. And then on your next inhale, arms go back overhead, fingertips reaching up towards the sky. And exhale, let's fold to the left. Our right shoulder blade is still flat against our back body. Nice, long, neutral neck. On your inhales, maybe as our breath passes down towards our pelvis, we feel our right rib cage expand a little bit more fully. Maybe we notice some expansion through our entire right side body. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, twist to the left. Set an intention today to stay connected to your breath, to let your breath guide your movements instead of your movements dictating your breath. On your next inhale, unwind and come back to center. From here, we're going to face the short edge of our mat if you haven't done so already. We're going to make our way into a few seated cat-cows. So you can shift your hands forward slightly so they're on the fronts of your knees. On your next inhale, you can pull gently to send your heart space forward and up. Pull those shoulders back. Gaze lifts slightly. This is our seated Bitilasana or cow pose. Exhale, begin to round through your spine. Gaze lowers, and you can use your hands here on the fronts of your knees to really allow you to round through that upper back. This is our seated Marjarayasana or cat pose. So move with your breath. Allow your inhales to guide you into cow pose. Feel this widening between your collarbones, opening up through your chest. And exhales will send you into seated cat pose. Feel that sensation through your upper back body, that stretch between your shoulder blades. Movement is starting down at our tailbone and moving up our spine. Let's take one more seated cow, one more seated cat. And then whenever you're ready, return to your comfortable seat. You can keep your lift here, or you can move it off to the side. We're going to extend our right leg long, bending into our left knee to bring the sole of our left foot to the inner lining of our right thigh. We'll have a little bit of flexion in this right ankle, so we're trying to reach the top of our foot towards our shin at about a 90-degree angle. Grounding down through the back of our right leg into the floor. Inhale, tall spine, reach the crown of your head up towards the sky. And exhale, fold at your hips. So you can bring your hands down towards the mat. Maybe they're down here by your feet, maybe they're by your shins, maybe they're by your thighs. Or maybe sitting upright is still something that is part of your yoga practice, something that you're working on. And in that case, maybe you bring your hands behind you up to your fingertips and press gently to send your heart space forward. This posture is called nose to knee pose. But instead of that visual of trying to draw your nose towards your knee, think instead of reaching your heart towards your big toe. So you might not fold or round quite as much in your body, but it's going to keep the sensation in the muscle belly of your hamstring. And it's also going to keep this nice, tall spine. Allow your neck to stay loose, tension-free. A couple more breaths in this pose. On your next exhale, feel your belly begin to really engage if you folded. And then inhale with the tall spine. Rise back up to an upright seat. From here, we're going to cross our left foot over our right leg and begin to hug your left knee into your chest. You'll probably feel a little bit of sensation here in your left outer hip. So take it easy. Don't pull too hard. Plant the sole of your left foot down onto the earth. Inhale, nice tall spine. And then exhale, twist to the left. And then send your gaze past your right shoulder. Shoulders are still relaxed down away from your ears. Left hand is kind of slightly behind your body, here to support this tall spine in this posture. On your next inhale, unwind from this twist, and then exhale, release your left leg long, bend into your right knee. We're going to come back to our nose to knee posture on this side. Inhale, tall spine, allow that sternum to shine past your left big toe. And exhale, find the fold of your choice. So maybe we're folding and even using part of our body to hold on to assist us. Or maybe we're bringing our hands or fingertips to the earth to help pull that heart space forward. Or maybe we're back here. And we're just working on getting some length through our low back, keeping our shoulders relaxed, shoulder blades flat on our back body. If you've lost that connection with your breath, no worries. Mindfully bring it back. Allow your inhales to bring in new energy, new breath, new life. And exhales to release anything that does not serve you anymore. And maybe even settle a little bit further into this posture. Maybe, maybe not. Postures that we hold for a little bit longer sometimes can lose the sensation somewhere along the way. So keep that mindful awareness of those physical sensations in your hamstring belly, the belly of your hamstring muscle, your low back, your hips. And maybe pull slightly forward on those fingertips to settle in. Return to that intensity level that you're looking for today. On your next exhale, engage that core to support your low back. Inhale, rise. And exhale, find that right leg crossed over left. Hug your right knee to your chest. Shoulder blades flat on our back body. Nice tall seat. It's going to take a little bit of engagement in your core muscles to hold your body with good posture. As you're ready, we'll release the sole of our right foot down to the earth. Inhale with a nice tall spine. Really create space between the vertebrae of your spine. So on your exhale, you have room to twist to the right. Send your gaze past your left shoulder. On your inhales, keep lifting the crown of your head away from the earth as you ground down through your sitting bones. And exhale, maybe from your core, twist a smidge deeper. One more full breath exchange. Inhale, unwind from this twist, and exhale, uncross your legs. Come back to your comfortable seat. Maybe take a single shoulder roll or two. And then we're going to make our way to face the long edge of the mat one more time. As you arrive, return to that shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders posture, and allow your shoulders to sink down away from your ears. Inhale, we're going to plant the palm of our right hand on the top of our head and begin to slowly draw our right ear towards our right shoulder. Check in with the side of your left neck, your upper shoulder area. You can stay right here, or you could even consider extending your left arm out to the side, maybe flexing into that wrist, or extending into that wrist rather. Or maybe if that doesn't feel good in your body, you bring your fingertips down to the earth and walk them away from your body. Walk them towards the left side of the room. Send your breath to where you need it the most, where it can best support you. Inhale, release this stretch. Let your neck come back to this upright position. Full breath exchange here in the middle. Notice any differences between the two sides of your body. And on your next inhale, left hand comes to the top of your head. And we're slowly going to draw our left ear towards our left shoulder. Gently, so no pulling, no tugging. And then either stay right here with your right hand comfortably resting on your leg, or maybe extend that right arm, reaching your fingertips away from your body towards the right side wall. Maybe lift your fingertips up towards the sky, bending into your wrist. Or maybe bring those fingertips down towards the ground and walk them towards that right wall. If you are feeling a lot of stiffness in your neck today, you might feel a lot of sensation with this stretch. Or stay here for a few breaths so you can really find this position that feels best in your body. On your next breath in, release your head from your hand. Come back to your upright seat. Take those shoulder rolls back if it feels good. And then release your arms down by your sides. Inhale, sweep those arms up and overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, draw your hands down towards your heart space. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. Namaste.